GupShup with Gurpreet Sarin.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Gurpreet Sarin. Welcome to another episode of GupShup with Gurpreet Sarin. Got an awesome guest for y'all. He is an artist and painter who goes by Raman. What's going on, Raman?
Hey, what's up, dude?
How you doing, man? It is going well. I'm excited to have you on the show, man.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. We're going to get started with a very simple but important question. What is your favorite color?
Oh, man. I think subconsciously blue, because I find it, a lot of my paintings. People always tell me, why so much blue? I just never known that was there, but yeah.
So subconsciously, meaning it just shows up and you...
I don't have favorite colors. I mean, yeah.
Because you're a painter, I guess you kind of just play artistically with all the colors.
I use a lot of them.
Interesting. I think blue is actually my favorite color,
like
consciously. Everything I put around the house is like purposely meant to be blue.
Awesome.
Of course, man. So you are a painter.
Yep.
Tell me about how you got started in painting.
Oh, man. It's funny because I was just at an interview yesterday, and I was talking about some of the same things.
Excellent, yeah.
I went to, in elementary school, one of my favorite things to do was watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, dope, yeah.
So my friends and I, we were obsessed with drawing, and we would draw Goku and all that stuff. And we would bring it in every day, and it would be like a little competition. And I had 2 or 3 friends that were like really great, and we were all like in equal level, but by 6th grade, they stopped drawing. And I kind of transitioned from drawing cartoons more to like drawing the world around me. So that was the age I started like drawing my friends or my teachers, or just started observing, you know? And then I had a crazy few years after that, after elementary school. I was sent to boarding school in India.
Was this because you were a bad kid? Is that what tell me?
I think my parents, I used to get in a little bit of trouble, but I think they saw that I could be a bad kid.
Oh man, just preemptively put you in something else.
I mean, they told me it was to learn about the culture, but
culture,
it was
They got like people with rulers in India, just like
yikes.
Okay.
I mean, even though I learned, it was like my whole life. That year and a half stands out more than anything else because of how crazy it was. We got sent there. It was my cousins and I. Some of them got to come back. My sister was there also, but there it was like kind of like almost like a jail. Like we had a warden. We had we got our butts whipped a lot,
Like literally, probably.
Literally.
Oh my God. Okay.
Our teachers would beat us up. Yeah. And one of the things, I had nothing to do. Like there was no TV, and we had, we were just kind of most of the time in our rooms, kind of waiting around for things. And I had all my Dragon Ball Z video game packets with me. So I just spent that time drawing, and also I started drawing some of the kids in the hostel.
There we go.
In the school, and I got more into it, and that kind of got me through, because it was not, for someone that was coming from the U.S. It was not an easy time, because those kids were like savages, man.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're just aggressive, or
very aggressive?
Bullies.
Bullies. I remember getting into so many fights on the second day of school.
Wow.
On the second day of school.
Badass, man. Yeah.
I kind of got jumped. I got jumped by most of my class on the second day of school.
Why did they pick on you? You're such a cool guy.
For being from America.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's funny because nowadays people think Americans are really cool and everyone wants to be them, but
I don't know what it was about those kids. They were just savages. Every foreigner that was there got treated horribly. Like it was.
That's messed up. Yeah.
It was messed up.
Yeah.
But I remember these kids were just like talking bad about my parents or something, just. And I know there was one leader guy, and he kept coming up to me, provoking me, and it was, I barely just turned 12. I'm like 12, 13. And I'm like, I'm trapped in the school. The school has glass sticking out of the walls, making sure people don't run away.
Literally like a jail.
It was like a jail. We had security at the gates, but we also had a perimeter security. And it was in the middle of like land.
God, what is this Walking Dead episode? What is it?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it's funny because when kids would run away, I don't know how, they would, the second layer of security would bring them back, or their parents would bring them back.
All right, well, I'm glad you survived and you're here today.
But the reason is, sorry, I got off topic.
No, this is definitely on topic.
Yeah.
Please.
I was talking about art.
Yes.
And that was kind of what got me through all of that, you know,
Yeah.
getting picked on and bullied, all that stuff.
Yeah, so that was sort of like your escape. And
That was like my outlet, but at that age, you don't really even know it's like kind of saving you in different ways. You know,
absolutely.
you're young, you're just like, and now when you're older, you realize, oh man, like if I didn't have art, I might have done something else.
Sure.
You know?
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Is there any modern cartoon nowadays that you would love to draw, or like you see yourself like inspired to drawing or painting?
Modern.
Yeah. I don't watch any
cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't really. I watch Rick and Morty.
Oh, dude, that's a good show. That's a really good show.
It's hilarious.
It's one of those like nerdy sci-fi sort of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rick and Morty is really funny. I don't know if you know Bill Burr.
The comedian. Yeah.
He has a show called F is for Family.
Yeah, F is for Family.
Yeah,
Netflix. Yeah.
I watch that. So those kinds of cartoons. But lately I've been watching Supernatural a lot.
Oh, dude, that show never ends.
Dude.
They're on
It's so bad.
14 or something.
It's so bad because I know it's an old show. I've always meant to watch it. But this January, literally 2 months ago, I started it.
You just started.
And I'm on season 9.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm averaging
that's a lot of episodes
like
a day.
maybe 7-8 episodes a day.
Okay.
It is a terrible addiction.
Yeah.
But I just can't stop watching it. And there's times where the show is like, it's getting stale, but they somehow just pull you back in, and I'm like, oh, I can't stop watching. I want to know what happens.
So that show is funny because they started off with like flip phones or really bad. Nowadays they make references to Obama and like.
Yeah. That's
it's
cool.
really cool, right?
It's cool because it went through all the time periods and the phases of technology.
It's wild.
Like in the earlier episodes, it was like boop boop.
I saw a meme on the internet about how the world will end. Aliens will come down in 100 years and they'll be on season 78 of Supernatural. Like it'll still be going on.
I try to stay away from any news
about
it because I don't want to get anything spoiled. Like I didn't even know it was still going on.
Yeah, I think it's on season 15 or 14 or something.
Gosh.
So eventually President Trump will be one of the.
I didn't want to know how many seasons there are.
Yeah,
so
I feel you.
For me, it's so weird. I have this weird thing when I'm painting.
Yeah.
I have to have something in the background keeping me going.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So sometimes I just put on random shows and watch.
Okay.
But having Supernatural like on one screen and then to my right and then painting, I just keep going.
Do you think it helps you? Like, does it give you inspiration or something?
I don't know what it is. It helps me like it keeps me grounded or something.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so strange. It's a weird thing.
It's really crazy. Talk me through your painting process. You mentioned you might have Supernatural in the background, but like beginning to end, describe what that painting process is like for you.
The process, I basically I do two different styles, basically.
Yeah.
One is with a knife.
Okay.
I think a lot of people like that kind of work.
Sure.
It's called Impressionism.
Impressionism, okay.
And it means that you're kind of communicating more. It's usually about like environments and cityscapes.
Gotcha.
You're communicating the essence of the space.
Okay.
You're not trying to get every little detail or anything, but it's more about like the atmosphere and the air, basically.
Nice.
So it's like sometimes it's blobs, but people, if you put the blobs in the right place, what you have to know, you have to study art. And
of course.
You have to understand where the light blobs go, where the dark blobs go.
Sure, they're not just blobs.
You have to. There's a mentality to it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a calculation to it.
Man, okay.
And I think when people see that kind of work, they really like it for a lot of reasons because it's not giving you everything right away.
Okay.
It's not like, boom, here's the image.
Yeah.
It's like your mind, when you look at that kind of work, your mind has to process.
Yeah.
It has to work through some things to fill in the gaps.
Of course. Okay.
So I'm like giving you half the story, and everyone sees that kind of work very differently. Some it reminds them of a trip they went on. Some it reminds them of the one time they were like. Can I show you one of them?
Oh yeah, please, of course.
Of course.
So Raman actually brought a lot of his artwork.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy he did.
So this is usually I do a lot of knife work.
Okay.
And this is kind of knife. This is like the knife work that I do.
Oh wow!
And it's done with you can see it's like thick. There's textures on it.
Yeah. What kind of knife do you use for this? What's a?
It is a palette knife.
It's not like it's not a butter knife, but it's like
no. Oh man, I have it.
I know nothing about knives.
I think I have it on that side.
All right, let's see if you can see that. So
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. So describe this piece of work. What is the name of this piece?
I think it was Walks in Winter, something. You know.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
I know. It's always about. I hate winter, man. And this was about just feeling the ice and feeling the cold. I think it was Cold Walks Home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
So
yeah.
it's all about, and a lot of people really related to it because it reminds them of their journey from like getting off from work.
Yeah, dude.
Especially if you
this
live
was
in
me
like
yesterday. Yeah.
especially if you live in like New York City.
Oh, man,
and I went
yeah.
last year, and it was I'm never going back in winter.
Yeah.
Because it makes you
You can tell he's like hunched. He's like, I need
Yeah.
to get back to my 80
yeah,
degrees. Like
he's on a journey. So
poor guy.
you can
Okay.
see it's like it's kind of like everything's not super fleshed out.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shoe's barely there.
That's wild.
But you can know what to associate these shapes
Yeah.
with.
So is it called Impressionism because you're literally leaving like an impression or something, and everyone sort of interprets it differently? Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
basically, yeah.
Okay.
You're capturing an impression, right?
Nice.
It's like you're reacting to.
That's so cool.
You're reacting and trying to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, convey
Yeah.
something like this.
You mentioned that you've studied art. I know you have a degree in art as well.
Yeah.
Talk me through how it was for you to pursue art, I guess, formally, what that was like for you, then like family, community, stuff like that.
Oh,
Walk me
man.
through everything. Let's hear it all.
Okay. So I was after I came back from boarding school.
Prison.
Yeah, prison. I went to high school, and 10th grade I took my first art class.
Okay.
And I still had those cartoons. I was still drawing a lot
Yeah.
of cartoons, but
Okay,
my
okay,
teacher,
nice.
she really challenged me, and her name was Miss DeSantis.
Okay.
And she saw me carrying around binders, and she's like, she challenged me to do things more about myself. So we started these painting projects, and by the time the class was like barely halfway through
Yeah.
theirs, I was on my my fourth one.
Wow. Okay.
So she's like, this kid's crazy.
Nice.
And that was the year I actually started pulling all-nighters.
Okay.
10th grade, too
Wow.
young.
Yeah,
And
very young,
I'm
man.
still doing it, but
Yeah.
once I started painting, I just never really stopped.
That is beautiful. Okay.
And
Man.
so you challenged me to paint things, and I got these awesome oil paintings done. In the next 2 or 3 years I was with her.
Yeah.
And she got me some, we got some awesome awards. There's
Wow.
something called Scholastics,
Okay.
art and writing competition that, the U.S. does for high school students. And I got a couple gold keys, which is
Wow.
like having really great work.
Yeah, of
And
course.
that kind of got me to college.
Yeah.
And by the time it was like time to apply for college, I was like, I always thought I was going to be, I don't know, doing something with science or something else. I don't know why. And I never thought the thing that I love to do would be the thing that I was actually going to do.
Yeah.
And then at
that
the
is
end,
amazing.
I was like, I don't know what I'm good at. I guess I'll just apply to art school.
Wow. So it wasn't even like you want to apply. You're just, I guess I'll do it. Wow.
No,
Okay.
I was the first. I'm pretty sure I was the first one in my family to go away for college.
Okay. Yeah.
And so there was no one really to help me with understanding the process,
Sure.
or even I didn't even know what college really was.
Yeah. Okay.
My
okay.
parents, we all came. My dad came in like the 80s,
Yeah.
but we all came like 97, 98.
I see. Okay.
Or 95, something like that. But we didn't have people here that would tell us what the next stage of life, what to do.
Right,
You
yeah,
know?
okay.
Like I have nephews now. I would tell them, hey, like middle school, you're going to middle school. Here's what you should get ready.
Yeah.
You know, think about this.
You could be
or-
the role model to
Yeah,
pass on.
exactly.
Yeah,
We
of
didn't
course.
have role models like that.
Sure.
So I was just like, just kind of winging the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I ended up in art school, and even there,
man.
like we had art foundations, and at VCU was the #1 public art school.
Wow.
I think it still is. So it was a really great place to be.
That's awesome.
And the first year they make you do a bunch of crazy stuff. They make you do like 15-foot sculptures with like.
Oh my God.
We had very strict deadlines. I can't remember. It was like a week. You had a week to do it while you're managing all your other classes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I remember there was a few weeks where I was eating a bowl of Lucky Charms every day. That was it. I lost.
Wow.
I lost 15 pounds my first semester.
That's
there.
all you were eating, just Lucky Charms.
It was horrible.
It was
Part
lucky.
of-
It was
yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
He was very lucky, apparently. Yeah.
Part of it was,
Oh my God.
I was basically a kid. I didn't know how to take care of myself.
Sure. Yeah.
And I thought I could manage my time. I had horrible time management skills.
Yeah.
I would go and go party and stuff, and then try to try to do projects in one night. It was horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, you go through those phases to learn to be able to do,
full time.
what you can do. What I can do now is like manage time better.
Of course.
And getting things done on time.
Was there a class in college? So you went to VCU for art.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any class that? Did you have to do classes of all different like art varieties, or was it just painting? You mentioned sculpting as well.
So the first year they make you do a couple different. They make you go through kind of a variety of media. Like we also had to do like videos. It's kind of you have to take all the classes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like general,
regular
but then you choose your major for the last 3 years.
What was your least favorite class, and then your most favorite class?
Oh man, my least favorite. A really funny story. It was called Time, and you had to make videos. I think I made some awesome videos.
Yeah.
They were hilarious, but everyone else was using like DSLRs. I was using my PlayStation PSP.
Oh yeah. Wait, how are you recording? Okay.
I had a little camera I ordered from Japan or something.
Oh my god. Okay.
And my teacher was like, she was like, "What are you doing?"
That's not fair.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to spend $600-700 on a DSLR.
Yeah.
So I would turn in this work. It was funny. Whenever we presented it, everyone would be laughing, and then because I had made some really funny stuff, but
the teacher
was like, the quality of your work and all this stuff, and I think I was just I didn't like the class. I mean, it was funny because I wasn't the best student at the time in her class.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what was your favorite class?
Man, I have so many favorite classes.
Good, nice.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but just a lot of. I had a professor. His name was Albert Epstein.
Okay.
And it was drawing. It was like very serious. We had models come in. First of all, we had to learn every single body.
Anatomy.
Bone, anatomy.
Yeah. Oh,
we had to learn every single bone in the body.
Could you draw me?
Yes. So we had models. After we learned the bones, we had to draw them from all angles, all that stuff. We had a skeleton, all that stuff.
Wow.
But after we learned the bones, we had models come in, and they would sit there. New models.
Yeah.
And what we had to do was draw their bones. And their muscles.
Oh my god.
Without drawing them. Like that's how we got started with practicing. Like being able to see through them to understand all the movement and the pivoting of the bones and the structures.
That's so you have to like look past their body.
Yeah, we had to
draw
look,
like their femur. Or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But then it was like I took 3 years with them, and then we just kept advancing, learning how to properly study.
Sure.
Down to the knuckles, down to everything.
Yeah. So you're like Superman. You can sort of see through people.
I feel like it really helped my painting, of course. Understanding light and form.
Sure.
The way our head turns.
Of course. A lot of people that want to be in creative industries don't realize that there is a level of discipline that comes from having to analyze. There's like a rubric you have to follow. Was that tough for you in college where you have to be creative, but you also have to follow some boundaries and be judged on your art? How was that?
I think you have to be disciplined in doing the drills.
Okay.
But when it came to time to making the work and decision making, that's when you can break the rules and challenge those rules, challenge the things you learned in the drills.
Okay.
We had to draw everything perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
But when it came down to like, let's say my painting, I would omit details or I would change things up that aren't really like that for the sake of what I'm trying to communicate.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
So you have to go through that discipline phase before you can actually know exactly how to use the skills you learned.
Yeah. In college, did you live on campus in VCU?
I lived basically on campus.
Yeah.
My entire time there.
So was there any art where you'd collaborate with people, with your, I guess, classmates or students, or is it like solo pieces that you would do?
Most of the time, it's solo work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's had their own different directions.
Yeah.
Especially that first year, everyone's making their own work so they can build a portfolio.
Right.
They can move forward to their majors.
Okay. Have you kept in touch with any classmates and like what they're up to right now artistically?
I feel like some keep up with me on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Whenever I submit my work, I have some of those friends that leave those comments from VCU. I have a few friends from VCU that I still talk to.
Okay, nice.
Some are still there. So
Yeah.
it's
That's
like
awesome.
my second home when I go back.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I know you're also an art teacher as well. You have
Yeah.
like 800, maybe 801 if I ever get good enough to learn from you. What is it like being an art teacher? How's that?
Oh man. So when I was finishing my first major, which was communication arts,
Okay.
which was mostly focused on storytelling, but we also
Ooh.
we did drawings,
Yeah,
we learned
yeah.
animation,
Nice, okay.
painting, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I also decided to double major in art education.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there was a
Nice.
few semesters where I was doing both,
Okay.
and art education was hard, man. It was so hard.
Yeah. Well, what is art education like?
It's during the time it was very difficult because I was going into these inner city schools, and these kids weren't listening to me,
Sure.
and you don't know anything.
Of
It's
course,
like if
yeah.
you take a regular person and you tell them to go teach that class,
Yeah.
you're gonna get run over. Like
100%. Yeah. It's like those Coach Carter style
yeah,
movies. Yeah. Oh my
you
God.
have no idea like
Yeah.
what to say, how to get their attention.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, these kids were middle school too. They were like, "Who are you? Get away from us!"
Yeah,
Like,
it's
don't
like
come
your
in here.
experience in India. Kind
Yeah.
Of. So okay, so do they teach you in art education how to be a better teacher to kids in inner city, or did you have to learn?
Everything, dude. It was the craziest training.
Yeah.
ever. It was amazing. They
Yeah.
really challenged me to do some hard things.
Okay.
We had to go in there and we just had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had so much training
Oh
and
my
so
God.
much structure. It was an amazing program.
Yeah.
It was like it got me a job right away.
That's awesome, man.
Helped me build an awesome portfolio
Nice.
of kids' work.
Yeah.
It really set me up for I just like building the foundation for my life. I
Sure.
guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like teaching right now,
That's
and
great.
only like after graduating was like such a. I feel like for everyone,
Yeah.
especially some of my friends that I talked to after graduating, such a difficult time because you don't know. You have all these doubts, and
Yeah.
college was like a grace period.
You get to like enjoy yourself. You're
Yeah.
surrounded by bubble and you're protected.
You're protected.
Yeah, dude,
there's
yeah,
no student loans, all that stuff,
oh my God. Yeah.
and you're not back home. That was
Of
one
course,
of the
of
big
course.
differences. I had to move back. Figure out my life. Move
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
to Springfield, and I had, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a real job.
Sure.
I was working these jobs, like this valet company who paid me too much, and they went bankrupt.
That's awesome.
It was
Okay.
like-
Did you steal any cars?
Yeah, it was like an Uber. So I would get this ping. I was in DC,
Yeah.
and I had a little scooter, so I had to ride all the way to
This
the
is
person,
awesome. Yeah.
and I had to go park their car.
Wait. So would you put the scooter in the car? Or do you take
I
it with-
fold it up and I put it in the car.
This is dope. Okay.
Yeah, and then I would get a ping to go deliver it back to them.
And then you take your scooter out and then you just scoot away.
Yeah, it scoot away to the next ping. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was one of the most awesome jobs I ever
Yeah.
had.
What was the name of this company?
I don't know if Zerks.
Xerox, but they went bankrupt.
I think they went back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble
Man.
because they were paying us so much money.
I know.
It was insane. I was probably averaging like $25 an hour.
That's awesome. That's
And-
really good.
And
Yeah.
I was working. Some days I worked 19-hour shifts.
Wow.
19. So I would
Oh
be
my
sleeping
God.
in the garages.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would be up, doing work,
Oh my God.
working till 4 a.m.
Yeah,
finding
yeah.
a way to take the metro home. Some weird stuff, but it was such a challenging time.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
'cause-
Was this after college when you're sort of like trying
This
to
was
figure out your
after,
life?
yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
This is me trying to figure out my life.
Yeah.
And trying to have some money, I guess, in the meantime, before I got interviews.
Yeah.
And I was not getting any interviews. And the last day, a couple of days before
Yeah.
school was starting, I got a call from a principal,
Okay.
and she was like, "Can you come in and interview with us?" I was
Wow.
like, "Hell yeah!"
100%, of course. That's
I went-
awesome, man. Yeah.
So I went in there, and I think I did a really good job. They hired me like during the interview, which
Wow.
was awesome.
Good for you, man.
And
Yeah.
I asked them, I was like, I don't know why, how many people did you interview before?
Yeah.
And she was like 10.
Damn,
and I
and
was like-
you got selected.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
What's
And-
the interview process like when it comes to I guess art education? Right?
Applying with your resume,
Yeah.
following up. It's almost just the basic interview
Just like a regular,
process.
yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like sometimes you don't hear anything back.
Yeah,
It's
that's
tough. It's really tough. And I think it really helps to know people in general,
Okay.
for everything. Like
Right,
no one wants to go
networks and
through
connections.
random resumes all the time. I mean, if
Monster
you
dot
know
com.
someone that
Yeah.
already is doing the job well
Of course,
or whatever.
of course. So these students, what are your thoughts on the current or next generation of artists?
Oh man, I think some are amazing. I
Yeah.
have a lot of really gifted, engaged, talented kids.
Sure.
And I think their challenge is their attention span.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I know personally because I grew up with a smartphone. Like, not exactly when I was in elementary school, but, and after high school,
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't read books. I couldn't do anything anymore.
I was talking to my friends about that recently.
Yeah.
We don't have that attention span anymore. We can't focus.
I can't, yeah. So
my
once I was like aware of the problem, I really worked on it. And even painting itself.
Yeah.
There was a time where I started streaming too much, streaming everything I did. Nowadays, like sometimes I'll stream, but it was like every moment and posting every moment and going on Twitch and Instagram,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It got to a point where I built those conditions for myself that I could not make work unless I was streaming, which became a problem.
Of
So
course.
I stopped streaming, and one of the weird things about posting and social media, it kept giving me this like false sense of accomplishment when I wasn't even done with the painting.
What do you mean? Like you'll get likes or people watch your
Yeah,
stuff?
people got people liked my work while I was in progress, and that gave me the final satisfaction. And then I had a hard time going back to it to actually finish the painting.
Sure, because now you're in your head like, I got this. You
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, people saw it. Yeah, it's good. I
That's
don't need to
awesome.
work
Oh
on
my
it.
God, that's so tough, dude. Yeah.
But I think recently I've really pulled it together.
Good.
And I've been able to make the best work
Nice.
I possibly can. And that means spending hours and hours and hours on one small piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you have a significant following on Instagram. Now, how
Yeah.
do you balance wanting to increase your audience, putting stuff out there, but then also staying away from it and then focusing on your art and your creativity? Talk me through that balance.
Man, I really used to worry about followers back then.
Yeah. I still worry about followers. Follow me. Thank you.
I don't. I stopped paying attention to followers.
Wow, good for you. Okay.
What my mind shifted to was sales, like
Okay.
actually putting the work into people's homes.
Wow.
So it
yeah.
went from looking at awesome numbers and awesome likes and stuff
Yeah.
to like actually getting off Instagram and getting commissions. And,
That's incredible. Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing for the past year or so. I've been so
Nice.
focused on just making work for people.
Yeah.
I think that's my art sitting at home. Like I don't think it's really complete until it's with someone.
It's found at home in someone's house.
It's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's awesome.
That's what I've been focusing on. I mean, yeah, Instagram followers are important. They help you. What I like about Instagram is you get after a certain point you can't keep up with people. You have thousands of followers, all that
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
But there are always these really great people that you connect with
Yeah.
all around the world,
That's awesome, man.
and that talk to you almost every single day. Like
Yeah.
there's this one woman from Italy who's been buying my work, and
That's so cool.
she's like, I've never met her, I've never seen her, but she watches all my live streams.
Dang.
She messages me all the time. And then I have friends in LA that basically all over the States too.
Yeah.
I've never met these people, but I feel like they bought my work, we're really connected. They want me to come over for like the summer.
Yeah, dude.
So right now I'm like building a plan to exactly what states to visit.
Nice.
Usually I go to India every summer.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But this
of course.
time I'm like, I think I want to travel the US a little bit.
So kind of going on tour, checking out different
Go on
studios,
tour
galleries.
and like take an easel or paintings and go paint the US.
Oh my God, man, that's such a cool project. Yeah.
Yeah. So, answer your question. Social media is awesome. It is.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to forget what it means to do something in real life.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I know you launched your your studio, I think in like 2016, a couple years ago, where you sort of made it official that you want to have a studio. Tell me that decision. What was that process like?
It was in 2000. We're in 2019.
Yeah.
And I did that in 2016. Wow, it's been already. Actually, I think 17. I think it was 17.
Okay, 2017.
Yeah, it's almost been two years since
Nice.
I started in April. It's almost been 2 years since I launched my business.
Okay, nice.
And I was just talking to one of my professors, and I had been meaning to do it for so long because I was a mess, like expenses. I was spending so much money on inventory and supplies.
Sure.
I couldn't keep track of any of my expenses and all this stuff that, you should learn this in school, but we never even talked about it.
Of course.
So now I'm like in real life, I'm making money, but I'm blowing it all. So I'm like, I gotta figure out like where's my money going, what's happening.
I just did my taxes yesterday, dude. I feel you completely. What is going on? I don't understand.
Oh, dude, don't remind me of taxes, dude.
You have to do it. This is one of the only things in life: death and taxes.
Dude, I feel like I worry
Make
about
a painting
taxes
about that. Yeah.
all year. Even though I don't know what it is. It's tough. I feel like I need an assistant to manage.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna get an assistant to manage the admin side.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I can just paint.
Yeah. So
right
do
now,
you have like a manager or something like that?
No, I'm doing everything right now.
Yeah. But eventually, you're gonna get someone to manage your other life.
Yeah.
So you can just be the artist, the Van Gogh that you want to be.
I just want to paint. Yeah, that's all I want to do. I just want to paint, paint and travel the world. Okay. But right now I'm teaching. It's really awesome. And my kids, I feel like I missed one of your questions. You were asking me about my kids or something.
How many kids do you have? It was about students, but I mean, I think you mentioned how they're amazing artists, social media, distractions, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, they're awesome. They can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like my kids at my school half of them are like really, they come from like really awesome, well-off families.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And half of them, I think, come from very difficult situations.
Yeah.
And they've seen a lot of trauma and.
Sure.
So, it's a very interesting environment, and I think I've had to deal with, or I've learned to, I guess, adapt to always, these difficult changing circumstances. Like I have 5 classes. Most of the time, I have 5 classes a day.
Okay. Wow.
5 different classes every day. So end up with a couple 5. Right now, every year the numbers change. Like it's always like 700, 800.
Yeah.
And it's awesome being the only one there. Like other schools around me, they all have 2 or 3 art teachers.
You're the only art teacher.
I'm the only one.
That is incredible, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult, but it's awesome. There's moments that shine, like when I walk into the cafeteria. Last year I used to do this a lot. I used to just go get a spoon or something, and all my kindergartners, everyone knows me.
That's so cute.
So they would start chanting, "Mr. Singh, Mr. Singh."
I love it. That's
Singh.
adorable.
And my assistant principal used to try to. He's in there managing stuff.
Yeah.
And he looked at me. He was just like, "Get out of here, dude."
How do you do it, man?
Yeah. He's just like, "What are you doing?" Like, riling them up.
Yeah.
And stuff.
But what a big responsibility where you're sort of like inspiring these kids to pursue what they want, regardless of their background and what their interests are.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I think there's a lot of things that I'm not good at. Like, man, I've had a hard time like organizing stuff.
Sure.
But I know that I've gotten my kids engaged in art. And interested in art.
Sure.
And they've told me like they've somewhat come from other schools. They're like, oh, I didn't like art. I've never liked art, but now I'm here. Like, look at my drawings. Look what I've been doing, and they come and show me their work all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Like sometimes I always forget like the impact you have because you're caught in the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome. It's a great.
And that's why I'm excited you're on my show because you get a chance to showcase your talent, but also inspire other people and just do some really cool stuff. Yeah. Speaking of children, show me some of your children, your artwork. You showed me the one with the knife. What are some other things that you've worked on?
Oh, my paintings?
Yes, your paintings, your children.
Oh, yeah.
Show me what you got.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see. So I do the Impressionism. So I told you about Impressionism.
Yes.
The second one is Expressionism.
Oh, man. Okay, so Impressionism is where you something about light and dark blobs and people kind of.
So it's like the essence of a space, basically.
That's so beautiful. The essence of a space. Okay.
Yes.
So that's Impressionism.
Yeah.
And Expressionism is
about human emotion
Expressing
human
that's so
emotion.
cool. Yeah, let's see what you got. Yeah.
I'm going to show you. This is my most recently finished, like pretty serious piece. I really wanted to test myself, and like I was telling you, I was having a hard time focusing.
Sure.
On building this kind of work.
Yeah.
But on this piece, I feel like I'm back to where I can crank out like really great work.
Oh my God. So everyone who's listening in, thank you for listening on podcast, but make sure you check out YouTube to actually see this beautiful work. Let's see. Oh my, look at her.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if we can bring it up a little closer.
Yeah.
Is that in the frame? I think. Wow.
I wonder if I can move up.
She's like floating up to the camera.
Yeah.
All right. Describe this piece. This is incredible, man. Wow. What is the name of this lady?
I just made her up.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. I was using a lot of different references.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a skeleton, so I sometimes I shine light on it.
Yeah.
And it shows me.
God.
It shows me which part of the forehead's gonna be lit, how the shadows are as they go around your face. Like right now, you have light coming from that side. Now look at me. You have light coming from that side, so I know the cheekbones are here.
Yes.
And I know how to make sure that it looks like they're turning, and here, all of the sides away from that light, so it's going to be in shadow.
Oh my God.
So once you understand those things and anatomy together,
this is like lifelike.
Yeah.
This is literally really.
So this is the first time, one of the first times I combined both styles.
Yeah,
you can see this is all brushwork, and the knife work is still in the back.
Yeah, you got some nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And you just came up with this, like this. This is not someone that you painted on purpose. You just.
No. Yeah.
Okay, this is your neighbor. It just wow. Now, most of the work you do for commission, are people interested in Impressionism, Expressionism? What do they usually want you to paint?
What do they usually want? So, a couple things. I have my website with my work on it.
Artoframan.com.
Yeah, artoframan.com.
Make sure you check out
artoframan.com.
Artoframan.com.
Raman.
Cheers, yeah.
Not noodles.
Not the best. Yes.
That's actually, noodles have been my nickname since 8th grade, so yeah.
Was that because you were sort of like a thin, like...
I was thin, but also ramen,
Ramen, and then you mentioned ramen dip is what people call you, which is disgusting. Why would you eat that?
So people really want... my impressionist work with my knife work.
Okay.
They absolutely love that. So on my website, that's what they like to that's what they like to buy from my originals.
Okay.
And commission work, they send me requests what they want. I send them price lists.
Okay.
And it's usually something like, hey, I wanted a painting of my grandma. Okay. Which is something I did recently. Yeah. And I feel like that work is very important, and it's usually people that have had someone pass away. Oh, wow. And it's always paintings of, like, I feel like painting kind of immortalizes people.
Yes, yeah, of course.
And it's very different than just having a photograph. It's like the texture is there, and you can make it look like they're just sitting there. They're waiting, they're like about to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally so lifelike. It looks so real, yeah.
I want to show you.
Please, yeah.
This is a painting of my grandma.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, she's no longer here, but this...
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
She's here. She's literally...
Yeah, she's here in this painting.
Oh, my God. And what was your grandmother's name?
I don't think I've ever known her name.
Yeah, was it like VG or...
Oh, Bebeji.
Bebeji, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah.
Let's move this closer. Yeah. So, again, podcast listeners, thank you for listening. You're missing out. Check out YouTube. Yeah. Just look at the expressions on Bebeji's face. You can, see... Yeah. How long did it take you to create this work of art?
I spent probably 2 months on this one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you sometimes just have, you have an inspiration and you want to put it together, or was this after she passed away, or you were just thinking about her?
I actually did it toward the end of her life. Okay. And I have so much footage of her. I went there. I go to India every summer, so when she was around, I would spend hours just spending time with her, taking pictures, and also recording her just sitting there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So one of the photos I took, that was the year I bought a Canon, and it changed my life. It was amazing. I bought it for my work, but then I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I started messing around with lenses, and that was one of the pictures I captured of her.
Yeah.
And I brought it home, and I painted it, and it felt incredible. So yeah, I feel like painting, that's what people want. They want to, put someone on canvas that's very important to them. and it's very different than reproducing a photograph. It's like it's only one painting. Like, that's why you hear stories about paintings traveling through families and generations.
Sure. This is incredible. Do you ever ask people for information about the person that you're drawing, like any personality, so you can create the story better, or is it?
I do.
Nice.
Someone reached out to me recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shouldn't say his name.
No worries.
He told me his brother had always been interested in my work.
Okay.
And I don't know, he saw me somewhere on Reddit or something, because I post a lot on Reddit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And Reddit is probably one of my most. I have a lot of followers on there too.
Wow. Okay.
So Reddit, I get like, I've had a lot of posts get like 100,000 views type thing.
Oh my God. So you'll post some of their work and just random people.
And
That's
random
incredible.
people. It's a great place to connect with people that are, sometimes I post things that are like not happy, like depressing work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will respond to it because maybe they're going through a hard time or something.
So more than like Instagram, Reddit is like an online gallery for work. Wow.
Reddit is probably the most important thing.
Man.
Reddit.
Okay, so you had Mr. Anonymous, whose brother was interested in your work.
Yeah, he was interested in my work, and this guy contacted me about a year ago, and he contacted me last month. He was just like, I really wanted something for my brother, and he's like, my brother doesn't have much time left.
Oh man.
And I'm like, what happened? He started telling me about his cancer, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really want this painting made for him, because he loves your work so much, and I want it as soon as you can.
Wow.
And then that's when I was like, what's his name? Like, can you tell me some of the things he likes to do? And usually what I do when I ship something, I send something extra, like prints of my work.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll send it, but for him, I thought I would make something it's such a big painting that he commissioned that I would make a smaller mini painting, maybe like this size.
Okay, so a bigger one and then another small.
Just a surprise as the second one.
Yeah.
And he was like, my brother really likes Harry Potter. So now I'm over here, like, I got to do that big one.
Yes.
But I got to do that Harry Potter painting for him.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's just as like, I don't know, I just feel like it'll make him happy, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
I'm
I'm also a really big Harry Potter fan, so after we're done with the interview, let's talk more about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about having like Harry doing a spell, but out in the stars it says like his name or something,
Oh my God, that is so cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you want to tour, maybe do like painting a variety of states or cities in America. You also have done some international tour. I think I read about in Rome or something.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I had a group exhibit in Rome.
Okay, yeah. How was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It gave me an excuse to take off from work.
Yeah, of course. Have you been to Italy or Rome before?
I went there in 2016 to actually study.
Okay. Oh wow.
And the Florence Academy of Art.
So you studied at Florence Academy of Art.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
That was awesome.
Dude.
It was such an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I lived in Florence for that. It was 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh my God. Would you ever live in Italy or like abroad from Virginia area?
I feel like my whole life is kind of set up here.
Okay.
And I'm like going through these stages to getting, more successful. And
yeah, of course.
I feel like I can travel to those places.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be that beneficial to leave everything I'm building here.
Yeah. And then like restart your life somewhere else.
Restarting, especially at this time.
Sure.
I'm picking up a lot of momentum with my website, artwork,
of course.
commissions, and I've got kind of like a base.
Yeah. So you studied in Florence.
Yeah.
For how many weeks was that? 4 or 5 weeks?
It was about 5 weeks.
And how does the academy in Florence compare to like VCU or like American art systems?
Oh man, that's a whole thing in itself. At VCU, we had a lot to do with thinking, like coming up with concepts and ideas. And Florence was really cold. It was a cold cut, and it was all about skill.
Okay.
Which was like incredible place to go if you're gonna build skill.
Okay.
We just had models come in, and we learned exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Exactly what paint to use. Exactly which brushes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And it was just like step by step by step. This is how you make this painting. and I had some of my best work come out of there.
What's the most important thing you learned in Florence?
In Florence?
Yeah.
Man. This might sound weird, but it wasn't something I learned in the studio.
Okay.
It was talking to one of the professors.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Which they're all artists. They're all incredible artists. And I
Okay.
was like, oh man, you guys must make a lot of money, or you must live an amazing life. And he told me, he was like, you would think that, but the artist's life, it's not as glamorous as it may seem.
Sure.
And I've heard my professor say that too. It is one of the hardest things,
Of course.
to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's always a thing that comes back to me. When I get a little bit too romantic about the idea, I pull back and I think about, oh man, like I got to handle my taxes. I got to handle my other stuff, the admin side.
Of course.
And not get caught up in just, like it's awesome to create, but it's like a whole plan. You gotta push. You gotta push it forward. You gotta think about deadlines, structure.
Yeah.
All that stuff and setting. Yep.
And then you had the group show in Rome.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, did you have people from different parts of the nation or the world that were like?
Yeah, a lot of different people from the world.
Wow.
It was people from the world that got chosen.
Nice.
And we all came together and had a gallery opening. It was awesome.
That's so cool. Did you have to audition for it, or how did you?
No, you had to apply.
Okay. Yeah.
You had to apply your work, and there was only about 20 people chose. I don't know how many people were submitted.
Yeah, but 20 very talented people. Yeah,
it was great work.
That's awesome, man.
And we got they wrote us up in a magazine and all this.
Nice.
But it gave me a chance to really explore Rome.
Sure.
It was so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Italy. It's like my most visited country after India. Definitely. I like Amsterdam too. Oh man.
I've been to Italy twice.
Yeah.
Amsterdam I've never been to. Do you think that because you have the artistic side, you just have a different perception or like experience? Some people like food, some people like the music. Like you, what are some things you like about Italy or other countries you travel to?
Yeah.
That someone basic like me would just,
That is kind of strange. I mean, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
When I was walking through Florence, I felt like I belonged more than just like the regular tourist,
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm like, sculptures, paintings.
That is so wild.
That's me. That's I came here for this. Like that's my life.
Okay. Yeah.
So everything there was like all about what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's so wild.
I felt more connected, definitely, because
you can do
of the art.
Yeah.
And like some of my favorite artists from Europe.
Yeah.
Like,
you mentioned like Van Gogh, Rembrandt. I don't know.
Rembrandt.
Yeah. All European artists, or?
Yeah, they're all European. So when I went to Amsterdam, that was right after my stay in Florence.
Okay.
I got to go to the museums in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh man, the most incredible thing I ever seen. It was like 30-foot long paintings.
Oh my God,
like
30 foot long?
Yep, yeah.
What? Okay.
Of like 50 people doing different things.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like really crazy stuff.
Yeah,
man. And one of my favorite artists, Van Gogh, Rembrandt and Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Both have work in there. So it was the first time seeing those like in real life originals. Van Gogh has his own museum.
Oh my God.
I think Van Gogh was my biggest influence easily, because in 10th grade when my teacher was like paint, I was like I can't paint.
Yeah.
Like as I was looking at these awesome paintings, I was like I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then I looked at Van Gogh's work, not to say it's crappy, but it seemed more accessible.
Yeah,
like the style, right?
More like doable, easier.
It's Impressionism. So,
okay.
So I was like, I think I can try doing those kinds of
strokes.
strokes.
That is awesome. Yeah.
So trying to do that got me into being able to create like that. And then I learned the more technical skills later on. But that was like Van Gogh's been my the gateway. Like,
okay. I'm so excited to see like where you go next, because you went from essentially Dragon Ball Z to now like you went to Rome with these group shows, you're accepted in this thing, you're doing all these cool works. You mentioned blowing a lot of money. Where do you get your supplies from? Like I go to Michael's and like walk around and get lost. Where do you get your
Michael's is Michael's is my biggest vice, dude.
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah.
I go to Michael's and and they have ridiculous sales. Sometimes they have 70% off
Oh my God.
in the canvases.
Yeah.
And they know me as the crazy guy who comes in and piles up 3 carts full of canvases. I usually take all of the canvases.
You come in and they're just like getting an anxiety attack because you're gonna just
they're
run
just
around.
like that. But for them, it's like the funniest thing they've seen all
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
They're like, this
Oh,
guy's
dude.
crazy, and they all have to stop what they're doing and come help me take my stuff to the car. And it's like
that's
one
incredible.
giant journey for us.
Yeah, that is so
And
cool. Yeah.
They absolutely love it. But Michael's has amazing stuff. Canvas, at least, you know.
Okay.
It has a lot of stuff that you can just buy.
Sure.
Some cheap, the value packs. For my more serious, lately what I've been doing is getting these panels like these.
Yeah, this is like wood
This
sort
is
of.
incredible.
What,
like-
what is it? A specific type of wood?
It's a
What
company called Jesselboard. Board.
Okay.
Probably just birch.
Birch.
Yeah, but it's the panel. It's not a canvas.
Yeah.
It's not canvas like this.
Correct.
You can see the difference, right?
Yeah.
It's
all
wood.
wood.
And there's a lot of advantages to having this. You
Yeah.
never have to worry about something poking through.
Yeah.
You never have to worry about how you how you stack things. Like you don't want something bending this or this is
man.
cloth, so there's
Correct.
a lot more.
It's very delicate. Yeah.
It's very delicate.
Yeah.
And I love the panel. Like it's
Dude,
it's
that is-
incredible panel. So I got this in December, so I've been making my most recent work on here. Plus, with the quality of the build.
So this is not Michael's.
No, this is it's a company called Utrecht. It's called Dick Blick now. It's in DC.
Wow. Okay.
But I usually paint this black too. Kind of helps the image pop up.
Yeah.
But it's such a nice. It's such high quality. Like when I sell my work now, I'm just like, I feel better about, I guess, doing that kind of work and being able to send people that kind of work.
Okay.
Like I don't want to send you like something that could easily fall apart.
Yeah, like a crappy, delicate sort of.
Like this, I didn't show this painting.
Oh yeah, you tell me about this. What is this painting?
I went to the Golden Temple a few years ago, and I saw this man in the little water area.
Hanji, yeah.
And he was, I think he was just cleaning or something? I can't remember what he was doing.
There's
But I thought it was awesome.
So this is in like the sit over, maybe some of the fish. I don't know. It's from on the other side.
Yeah.
This is okay. So you mentioned that you traveled to India.
Yeah.
I guess Punjab and India is some of your like passion as well.
Yeah.
So you literally just saw him. Yeah. Did you take a picture?
I took a picture and I came back and painted. But yeah, I love doing Punjab. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I'm working on a huge series of Punjabi work.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring some more, but some are like, big as this couch. It's like really big work.
That's incredible, yeah.
And it's of people just doing normal things. Like every year when I go, my mom's Nanki, which is been near Rampura. I don't know if you even know where that is.
Rampura, okay, yeah.
And when I go there's these men that are sitting, in the bins they come and they sit, old men, they kind of gather in one spot.
Correct,
they play cards and all that stuff.
Of course, yeah.
But every year I go there, they like recognize me and they ask about me. And last year I went, there was only 3 of them left. I don't know where the others were, but then maybe they moved on.
To another neighborhood, a different pin, obviously.
Oh man. So I took pictures with them.
Yeah.
I took pictures of them.
That's awesome.
And that's some of the kind of things I paint.
Yeah.
It's normal Punjabi life.
That's awesome, man.
And I want to get like really, really high quality work together, and then I want to be able to travel and do a show. That just shows Punjab.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like one of the things I went to when we did Hazur art with Sunmit.
Yes.
In California, those people had never seen Sikhi art before.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know how they reached out and got all those people. It was incredible. They came in, and they were like, some were crying when they saw my work.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Some were like, there was this guy, older man, was just like about to cry. He said, I didn't even know there was these young Sikhs creating
of course, man.
work like this.
So the Hazur art was an art exhibit.
Yeah.
And they also had one in Maryland or DC as well.
Yeah, we
right?
started in Maryland.
Okay.
It's like a little collective.
Sure.
And we're traveling and doing shows.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That must be so cool, especially for people of our like parent generation.
Yeah.
Who might not be as active on social media, so they don't know about artists like
they
yourself.
don't know about Sikh artists.
Yeah, Sikh artists that are doing like such cool things within the community.
Yeah.
And so for them, when they see some, I guess, representation of Sikh or Punjabi culture, you're blown away.
They're blown away. I feel like the work I do really connects with them.
Yeah,
it reminds
of course,
them
man.
of home.
Yeah.
Because the things I paint is all about home. Like,
I love it.
Yeah, India is really important to me too.
I have a surprise for you because I am a budding painter myself, and I was inspired by your work. So I have to pull out. I feel really bad showing you this because this is called a Miss Potato Head.
Oh man,
Look at him. He's trying not to embarrass me.
I'm not gonna embarrass you.
It's horrible. Let me tell you the story behind this. Hold on. Again, podcast listeners, you're really missing out on this.
This is the greatest piece I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Raman, thank you. This is
the greatest
I'm going to sell this for $2,000 now. Oh my God. I had a music video. It was a song, Shape of You and Ikvari Ah, a cover song.
Yeah.
And the video director, Rupin, he wanted me to, in the music video, act like I was a painter, and I was sort of drawing my like significant other who looks nothing or almost exactly like this.
Looks just like her, man.
Dude, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah. She's just missing some eyes, a nose, and mouth.
Her face is 70% of her body. And I was standing there by like the Georgetown waterfront. I put this away. I was standing there by the Georgetown waterfront, and he's like, "All right, cool. Just maybe do some brush strokes." Michael is, by the way, very good quality. Yeah. And I got there. And the first thing I did is, I've seen some artists like draw this circle thing on the face to sort of like figure out dimensions. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and it looked horrible. Then my friends had to help fix things up. What are your thoughts? How could I make this better? Like, what would you?
First of all,
this is the second thing I've ever done.
I always tell my kids, dude, we got more than just eyebrows on our head, dude. We need eyes. Where's the nose? Where's the mouth? The head looks a little bit too long here.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks like a potato. It's literally an aloo. Okay, so yes, I'm obviously missing anatomically the other.
I would bring the chin up just right there.
Oh, that looks so much already. She looks amazing.
And her head isn't like, you got to pull that up closer inside, and her head up here, man. I don't think her head's that tall either.
It's a wig, okay? Leave her alone.
Pull that down.
Leave Samantha alone. Okay. I appreciate you honestly giving me feedback. You can tell you're actually a good teacher. That you're taking it seriously and not just throwing this out the window. So I messed up because I started drawing some weird circle there. And then I had friends come in and try fixing it up. If you can imagine, she actually looked a lot worse than this.
I can help you fix it up.
Cheers. Maybe for the IGTV behind the scenes, I want to do some kind of interactive thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what you can do, and then maybe you can try bringing Samantha to life. I'd appreciate that. So,
maybe we can bring her back to life.
I apologize for ruining the art display with this.
No, you're
this
fine, dude.
Potato.
It looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a work in progress.
So you sometimes put on like Supernatural in the background while you're drawing. Do you ever have music in the background?
Yeah, I always have music.
What do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of different things. I gotta say, I have one favorite band. It's Linkin Park.
Oh yeah, I saw the logo. You're a Linkin Park fan. That's huge.
I'm all time. It actually was the reason I made it through boarding school.
Wow.
That was my crazy story. Before I left, when you used to burn CDs.
Yes. Oh my God.
I bought a pack 50, or I made my dad buy them. I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And the only music, I didn't have any other music.
Sure.
So what I did was I burned all 50 CDs with Linkin Park.
Obviously, you legally downloaded this music.
Yeah. Legally on something. And so when I was there, that was the only thing I had. But it became like the background to. My school was 8 hours away. It was like 8 hours away from my relatives.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So every time they would come, my uncle would come pick me up like once a month.
Okay.
And it was the soundtrack of going. We weren't allowed to listen to music in school, but he would always bring my CD player.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
it was a soundtrack for my freedom to come back home.
Oh my God, that was like your commute back. You're
and I was
escaping.
It was like whenever I listen to it too, it's like sometimes it reminds me of those trips. Trips home and It's like really high energy, and without it, I gotta say I wouldn't be able to create anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that means that basically Linkin Park. Thank you for helping create Raman. Have they released any new songs or new music recently?
No.
No, man. Gotta bring that back. Okay, so when you're painting, do you listen to other music, like depending?
I love lo-fi music.
Okay.
It's like
yeah.
something called chill step, which is just like more electric instrumental music.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll put in like quotes of
Ooh.
like there's this channel. There's some channels on YouTube that are streaming all the time. Like some have been streaming for like 3 years now.
Okay.
And it's always just a playlist, and I don't know who's controlling it, but they always change up the songs.
Yeah.
And there's a chat box, and you can see these people, like thousands of people who come to listen every single day.
Yeah.
And I play it, and I get work done.
That is so dope.
Yeah, I listen to a lot. I listen to rap. I listen to everything.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's so cool. So you have different music on that's inspiring you, and then you sort of just.
It just depends on the mood.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I want to feel like more. I guess like I need more emotional energy.
Okay.
And sometimes I need like screaming.
Yeah. Oh man, like death metal.
I'll blast music of just screaming, and I'll go crazy. And usually when I paint, the type of music always influences my strokes. Okay. People always say that when they're watching me too. They're like, you know, you're making the same strokes as the music. So when it's calm,
smooth.
And I do this with my kids. We do lessons when I play music for them.
That's so cool.
I show them,
man.
You know, to react to music, certain shapes and stuff.
Yeah.
And when it's like high energy, then I get the most work done.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy going. Like my brain is not on. It's just like autopilot.
Yeah, that is so dope, man.
It's being in the flow state.
Yeah,
really,
the flow state, of course.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you stream.
Yeah.
Is this like a live stream on Instagram or YouTube? Or how does the stream
It's
work?
definitely mostly Instagram and a little bit of Facebook. I used to do a lot of Twitch.
Okay. Twitch.
Yeah, I just, you know, I spent a lot of time setting it up, and I couldn't keep up with Twitch. I could have been really successful. In the earlier days, they used to do this thing called Jumbotron, which they would randomly pick whoever's doing something awesome, put them on the front page.
Yeah.
And when I started, I remember getting so many followers. I got like 50,000 views my first night.
Okay.
Because Adobe, the company Adobe, hosted me on their
That is so cool. Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh,
that's huge.
So I used to do it all the time, and then I remember that same summer I went to India. I came back, and it completely changed the algorithms. You know how every social media has these changing algorithms.
Of course.
That make it harder and harder to reach your followers.
Sure.
What they're trying to do is, you know, they want you to pay to boost.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Naturally. They want you to pay to boost to your followers. So I don't pay attention to those kinds of things.
Gotcha.
So I stopped streaming as much. Right now I'm mostly just Instagram. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Raman, tell everyone, the listeners and the viewers back at home, all the different places that they can find you. artoframan.com, your Instagram, which is
Art of Raman.
Art of Raman, very unique.
Everything is just Art of Raman, man.
Art of Raman at Instagram, Facebook as well?
Yeah.
Facebook.
I'm keeping it consistent.
What about your Tinder? What's that?
Yeah.
All right.
Art of Raman.
Art of Raman. A different conversation. Yeah, for sure. Raman, it's been a pleasure having you, man. Very super talented artist and painter. Check him out. Also, really cool guy, man. It was nice catching up and getting to learn more about you.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Of course. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of GupShup with Gurpreet Sarin. Take care, and I'll see you on IGTV. Peace. Hey there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of GupShup with Gurpreet Sarin. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube. If you don't like watching things and want to listen instead, there is Apple, Google, and Spotify podcasts, so make sure to check me out there. And don't forget the most important feature, IGTV, where we have some cool interactive stuff with me and my guests. And if you like my outfit, check it out. Parna Boys, ParnaBoyz. Got some really dope gear. Thank you, Parna Boys, for giving this to me. If you guys want to check it out, go to Instagram at Parna Boys, and then also their website, parnaboys.com. Anyway, thank you again for tuning in. I will see you again next Wednesday.